Hello everyone and welcome to Airwords and Technologies. In this video, we will understand the airspace classification defined by the Directorate General of Civil Aviation for operating drones in India. These classifications are extremely important for safe drone operations. The airspace restrictions are managed digitally through the Digital Sky platform, which implements no permission, no takeoff rule. Based on safety, national security, and proximity to sensitive locations, the airspace is divided into multiple zones such as red zone, yellow zones, and green zones. Now, how to check whether we are operating our drone in the green zone or red zone? So, for that, first of all, open your Chrome browser and search for airspace map. After that, you will get a digital sky website for airspace map. Open the website and you will see such kind of interface. Here at the top left corner, we are seeing that three options for searching the places. First one is for with keywords, like we can directly type the name of that place. Then second, with coordinates, we can put the coordinates, and then we have the third option as files, where we can upload the KML file which includes the coordinate of that place. But simply we will search the place with the keywords. For example, I am searching for Mumbai. So it is taking us to the Mumbai place in the map. Also, in the top right corner, we are seeing the visualization as states airport red, airport yellow within the range of 5 to 8 kilometers, then airport yellow within the range of 8 to 12 kilometers, then international boundaries within the range of 25 kilometers, then after that red zone and temporary red zone. So step by step, we will discuss what are these visualizations. And at the bottom, we have one tip given by the DGCA's website, that is the airspace map is dynamic in nature. So please check the zones restrictions before every drone flights. That is, this airspace map is changeful in nature. So it can change as per the situations or as per the schedules. So let's start with the states. So first I'm turning off all the checkbox. So first, after clicking the state checkbox, we are seeing the states of India. This airspace classification is only for the places in India. In India, the airspace over each state is monitored by the aviation authorities under the regulatory framework of DGCA. Every drone flight must be registered, and operator must ensure that the drone's operates only within permitted zones defined on the DGCA's digital sky map. State level authorities may also impose additional restrictions during the events, emergencies, or security situations. So you have to take care of that. And before having the drone flight, you have to check the airspace map. So even after an area appears open, the operator must always verify permissions through the digital sky system before flying. So next we will click the checkbox of international boundaries. We will go from outside to inside of the country. So here we can see the international boundary. This boundary is within the range of 25 kilometers. Here we can say restriction range is 25 kilometers, and we can't see the start date and end date of that restriction area. That is, this area is permanent in nature. So it will always be appear the red zone in the boundary areas. This rules applies along the borders with countries such as Pakistan, China, then Bangladesh, Nepal, Myanmar, and Bhutan. Within 25 kilometers of the international boundary, drones operations are generally prohibited or strictly regulated. Only authorized government agencies or defense organizations may be permitted to operate the drones in these areas. So you can see such kind of restrictions are there in the boundary areas. After that, we will see the airport raid, the airport zones in India. So we will uncheck the state and international boundaries, and we will check the airport raid, then airport LO and airport LO within the range of 8 to 12 kilometers. So here we can see the airports covering the three rings outside the airport areas. Here we can see one airport, that is Chaudhry Charan Singh International Airport. This zone, this red zone is typically defined as the area within the 5 kilometers of an airport runway perimeters. In this zone, drone operations are strictly prohibited. No civil drone flights are allowed without special permission from aviation authorities. The reason for this restriction is to prevent interference with manned aircraft operations, especially during takeoff and landing of the aircraft at lower altitudes and higher vulnerables. Unauthorized drones activities in this area can lead to serious safety risks, including potential collisions with aircrafts. Then second one is this middle zone, that is airport yellow zone. You can see this airport yellow zone. This is having the range of 5 to 8 kilometers. This zone is considered as a controllable airspace. Drone operations may be possible here, but only after obtaining permissions from the air traffic control. The operator must request permission through the digital sky platform, ensuring that the flight does not interfere with the aircraft operations. It should have it should follow the required altitude for operational restrictions given by the DGCA's website. After that, we are seeing this airport yellow zone, the outer zone, which is having the range of 8 to 12 kilometers. This area is still monitored and controlled. Drone operators in this zone must follow the digital sky permissions, ensuring that the flight remains within the allowed altitude limits. This zone has relatively fewer restrictions compared to the inner yellow zone. This classification acts as a buffer region, providing additional safety around airports. So, these are the three zones, like a red zone, the inner yellow zone, and the outer yellow zone, only for the airport operational activities. Now, we will see the remaining red zone and temporary red zone. So, we will uncheck the airport zones. So, let's see the red zone. Red zones are the permanent red zones and sensitive locations where drones operations are strictly prohibited at all times or in the given times. So we can see that these are the red zones. Here we can see. So these red zones have the specific timeline and they are permanent in nature. So after clicking on the red zone, we can get the timeline of the this red zone. It is starting from 4th December 2024 and its end time is on 3 December 2027. So these are the time range for this zone. Example of such locations include military bases, strategic defense installation, nuclear facilities, government complexes, or certain high security areas. For example, locations such as Rashtrapati Bhavan, then Parliament of India, or other sensitive government buildings that are categorized as permanent non-drone zones. These restrictions exist to protect national security and sensitive infrastructure. Drone operators must ensure that their flight plans avoid all permanent red zones shown in the digital sky maps. After that, we will see the temporary red zones. So these are the temporary red zones here nearby Goa, Mumbai, and here in the in between Maharashtra and Chandigarh. So these are the temporary red zones. These zones are the areas where drone operations are temporarily restricted due to specific events or security requirements. For example, these zones may be activated during VIP moments or major public events, national celebrations, emergency situations, or military operations. For example, during the events like Republic Day, then Independence Day, or certain areas may temporarily become non-drone zones for security purposes. Temporary red zones are dynamics. So that means that they can change depending on the situation. So let us see what are the time limit or time range for this zone. So the start date of this zone is 12 March 2026 and end date is 16 March 2026. That means this zone is valid up to 16 March, and after that it may remain or may not be as a temporary red zone. So in this way, we have shown all the required zones for airspace classification for the drones. For such informative videos, do like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.